If you watch or listen to these cleancasts on a regular basis, chances are you are a leader in your organization. Chances are also very good that someone in your company or even in your family will get some devastating news that will ruin their budget. Maybe they get the word that cancer has set in. Maybe it's some other dreaded disease that they need to fight. And you know, other people around you want to help as well. Other people in your organization want to help. And if so, we want to invite you to explore a new way to hold a fundraiser, namely Pink Zebra, the leader in providing great fragrances for homes and offices. By having Pink Zebra as your next fundraising project, you will get 40% of the sales made to help fund your project. The dollars really do add up very quickly. Sound interesting? If so, call Barbara at 573-434-1822 and she can discuss it with you, the opportunity, or she can mail you information on how you can have Pink Zebra fragrances help you raise money for the next fundraising project. Or you can go to www.pinkzebrahome.com/the Zebra Group for more information on this exciting opportunity. Pink Zebra, the name to remember for your next fundraising project. Welcome to our Cleancast. Thanks for joining us today. I want to talk to you today about the retirement dilemma. And obviously you can look at me and see I ought to be in retirement. I certainly could have retired many years ago, but I'm now in my 54th year in this business and have no desire to retire. Don't have to work to make a living, but I just enjoy it so much that I just keep doing it. And so I want to talk to you about that whole retirement dilemma. Do you know that within 3 years, by 2019, almost 20%, actually 18% of the workforce is going to be retiring? 18% is going to be retiring. Is that going to be you maybe? Think about that. That's 1 out of 5 people that's currently in the workforce are going to be eligible to retire. Now, some may do like me, and maybe some of you listening and watching, and decide not to retire. Somebody said, I heard the other day, that 60 today is the old 40. 60 is the old 40. But I don't know, or 60 is the new 40, I guess I should say. But it leaves us with a situation that we have possibly retiring people, and we could be losing a lot of our workforce. So what's our situation? How are we going to replace them? What are we going to do? I guess I could take a moment or two here and talk about one of my favorite passions, and that is training. If I ever saw a reason for a company to have a methodical, formal training program for every new employee that comes on board, this is it. We have in the BSC business, I am told by people that measure these things, and we have an average turnover of 350% in this business. So I'm saying that if you have 100 W-2s, you're going to make, if you have 100 employees, I should say, you're going to make 450 W-2s this year. That's pretty bad, isn't it? That's really bad. So now you're left with a situation that people are going to retire, in addition to those that quit for whatever reason they quit. So it can pile up on you. It piles up and piles up. So what are we going to do about it? See my training issue? If you don't have a formal, I hear this all the time, or hear it a lot, is that, I'm going to send when I hire people, I send them out with my best cleaners, and that's how they learn the ropes. And you've heard me say this before, probably. If you're going to send them out to learn the ropes, they're probably going to learn the rope that hangs them. Because unless you have really followed and mentored that, quote, experienced employee out there, you don't know what they're being taught. Are you sure that they're being taught exactly the way you want it? And if you haven't written it down and put it in writing what you do, then it could be anything that's going on out there. But it does provide us also with some opportunities. And wait a minute, this guy just said 350% turnover, and we're going to lose a fifth of our workforce. Now he says we have an opportunity. Well, it provides us some recruiting opportunities, and I want to talk a bit about an overlooked segment of the workforce, and that's the over 55 group. The over 55 group, not the over 65. Did you know that today, that 20% of the available workforce is over 55? Today, over 20% of the available workforce is over 55 years of age. That's a great opportunity for us to get some seasoned people in. Will they work as fast as the younger ones? Maybe not. Will they be there every day? Yeah. Why do you think people like McDonald's and other fast food restaurants who open at 6 o'clock in the morning, if you go through the drive-through or you go in, who's usually at the window? Somebody that's probably 65, 60, 62. Because they grew up in an era where if I said I'll be there tomorrow at 6 o'clock, I'll be there tomorrow at 6 o'clock. And that's not a slam on today's generation, but it's a reality of life. Today's generation has more opportunities to do other things, and the job is just one of those things. And if you keep in mind those of us over 55 that want a job, we probably have not much else on our minds at the time. There are some opportunities for you to go to like workforce50.com, and that's workforce and the number 50, workforce50.com, or there is seniorjobbank.org. There's a whole plethora of opportunities of people who will find you 55 and older people. I know we used them even back when I was actively in the BSC business. We got in touch with the various cities, and they had senior centers or senior job recruitment. These are not the normal senior centers where they go to eat. I'm talking about these were senior recruitment centers. And part of the issue we had with them sometimes is they did such a good job of screening them for them, screening them for us, that we couldn't get them fast enough. We kept saying, we're going to interview them anyway. Yeah, but we don't want to send you any bad ones. Can't fault that, can we? So, excuse me, a couple of things. We need to start now to train the younger workforce that we have, and we have to be very diligent in our recruiting efforts for the future. And we need to be, in my opinion, and my suggestion to you, is we need to be very diligent about recruiting that over 55 age group. Because and because we employ a lot of part-timers, and many of these these seniors, maybe they just want 3-4 hours a day. Can fit perfectly for you. Our opportunities are out there to find the help. We just have to make an effort to do it. Thanks for joining us today.